Hello, happy Monday. I hope this finds you well and ready for some mindfulness together today. This meditation is inspired by some development work I've been doing on limiting beliefs. So I hope that you'll tune out all other distractions and just playful out in hopes of having some great impact from this. So if you will, please join me with closed eyes and a straight spine, full four corners of your feet on the floor. Let's do some breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And now for a few moments, just think about the last time that you said something like, I can't, or I'm not something enough. Or something that you've been offended about recently. Limiting beliefs are thoughts or opinions that we assume to be true, and they tend to have negative impact. They hold us back from moving forward. Sometimes we don't know they're there. We assume everyone believes the world works this way, but they are constraining. And so when we can tune in and just identify them, we can release their power and move forward. So, common limiting beliefs are centered around money. They might be centered around success or failure, fears of those things, a fear of not being good enough or being lovable. It might be not feeling worthy of something. If we think we are not old enough or young enough, or something else about our appearance pretty enough. These beliefs get implanted in our subconscious without us even knowing it. Oftentimes they are formed when we are children, and we don't have that prefrontal cortex to challenge the things that we see or hear, or we aren't able to process it. So we adopt beliefs about how the world works, or how we fit in the world, and they aren't always true. But they do get buried deep in that subconscious, and so we start to live and act in the world as if they are true. And so just breathe deep. And think, what is something that I have said I can't, or I am not blank enough? What is a fear you might have? And now that you have identified that belief, just question it. Where did it come from? Is it even true? Why were you offended by that? What fear is attached to what someone said? What evidence do you have around you to point to the opposite of that belief? our brains are hardwired to pay attention to negative things. This goes back to prehistoric times when we needed that fight, flight, or freeze right almost every moment to stay safe, but we don't need it now. And so we have to work to focus on the positive. And so I just challenge you to think, what evidence do you have to counter that negative belief about yourself or about what's possible? And now for the powerful shift here is to replace that I am not enough or I am afraid of. A lot of times these limiting beliefs will show up in language that we use on a regular basis. And so I just encourage you to think through something that you might have said over and over again. I'm not good with money, or I don't have enough time, or I'm not cut out for that. Our common phrases often identify our limiting beliefs. So the powerful shift here is first awareness, identification, and then a reframe of what is actually true. What phrase can you contradict that with? So for money, it might be money flows easily and regularly through me. For time, I can make the most of my time, or I am good enough. I am never too old, or I am not too young. I have what it takes. So just think through what phrase, what truth. I just encourage you now to bring your attention back to your breathing. Let's do one more big, deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you're ready, just bat your eyes open and think through what you can do to regularly remind yourself of the truth instead of the limiting belief. So are you visual? Are there several places you can post this? Who could hold you accountable to contradicting this limiting belief and moving into something that you've been holding back from because of it? Who might join you on the journey of breaking through this belief? And if you're willing, I'd love for you to share in the comments below what rose up and what truth will you use to speak over that, to release the power of it and to claim a new direction. So I hope this is a blessing to you. It has been to me. One of the limiting beliefs that I identified was just self-doubt. And I was able to identify, several things that spoke the opposite of that in my life. And so now I'm just choosing to focus on those things instead of the other limiting belief. And I share that with you because I don't ask you to do something that I haven't done myself. And I just encourage you to, like I said, have playful out and really think through this. In my own experience, I will identify something and work through it, and then there will be something else that is revealed later. And so we are just layers of an onion, and things will peel back as we are able to. And so this exercise might be useful on another day as well about something else. So just keep it in mind, even after you play full out, for a tool in the future as well. So I hope that blesses you today and this week as you go forward. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.